Welcome to an all-new episode of The Real Steven TV.
And here we go.
Batman Arkham Knight overtakes Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League on Steam. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has less overall players on Steam than a 9-year-old Batman game. It's been a tough few weeks for the new Suicide Squad game. Even the game's early access launch was left in shambles when Rocksteady Studios had to shut down servers due to a bug that automatically beat the game for new players. In our review, we gave it a 6 out of 10. I think that was personally kind of high. Saying while the overall gameplay was enjoyable, repetitive missions and a lackluster story dragged the experience down. So that doesn't sound like it's very enjoyable to me. So I feel like you're saying that just so you want to give like points or something. To add insult to injury, the game is being mass refunded by players, whereas Batman Arkham Knight, another Rocksteady game that was released 9 years ago, has since had a 50% increase to its sales on the PlayStation Store. Since then, Arkham Knight has now overtaken the new Suicide Squad on Steam as well, having more concurrent players and far more favorable reviews. In case you haven't played it, Arkham Knight was Rocksteady's grand finale to the Arkham trilogy, and while it received some flack for its reliance on the Batmobile, it's often considered one of the best action games of all time. Of course, my favorite was Batman Arkham City, which was number 2 of the series. Its reputation is legendary, with its success only comparable to Marvel's Spider-Man, another phenomenal superhero game series. For that reason, it's no wonder fans are ditching the Suicide Squad looter-shooter for a more familiar and perfected game experience. Alright, here's another article I found. 9-year-old Batman Arkham Knight is beating Suicide Squad's Steam player count. Rocksteady's 9-year-old open-world game Batman Arkham Knight currently has a higher concurrent player count than Suicide Squad. Rocksteady's Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is struggling to attract much of a player base on Steam, as the game is currently being outdone by the studio's own Batman Arkham Knight, a game that is nearly 9 years old at this point. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has been fighting an uphill battle ever since it was announced to be a live service game, with many fans outright rejecting the concept. The Suicide Squad game release date was pushed back following an incredibly negative initial reaction to its gameplay. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe because you killed off Batman, or what, you've literally peed all over Flash and just, I mean, come on. You had to expect negative backlash. With many fans expressing disappointment that Rocksteady was abandoning its single player roots for a live service co-op shooter. I don't think that was the only reason. Like I mentioned before, Suicide Squad's launch has been slightly more positive, but the game has still proven to be incredibly divisive. Some Suicide Squad game reviews have praised its action and story. Those people obviously were stupid. While others have knocked its repetitive mission and live service elements. Continuing on, the situation seems grim, but it doesn't mean that the game can't have some kind of comeback. Suicide Squad positive user reviews indicate that there are those who do genuinely enjoy the game, and it's impossible that the word of mouth could convince more people to pick it up. Beyond that, it could be that the Suicide Squad is enjoying a much higher player count on consoles instead of Steam, though at this point it's unclear exactly how well it's doing on PlayStation and Xbox. Suicide Squad's live service nature seems to have driven off many players, but it could also be what convinces people to return to it down the line. I don't know why. Suicide Squad has multiple seasons of content planned that will introduce new players, characters like the Joker. Yeah, I've seen some of that, and I have no... Why would anyone want to play that version of Joker? It looks so lame. And continue the story because Joker's already dead in this timeline. So it's like a different Joker from a different timeline, maybe? Alternate reality, maybe? I don't know.
Make it make sense.
And continue the story that started with the base game. This new content has a chance of bringing lapsed players back to the game, as well as bringing newcomers into the fold. If people didn't enjoy it in an initial gameplay and are going back to a more favorable version, why do you think adding new content like this, like a lame version of Joker, is going to make anybody want to come play this stupid game?
Make it make sense.
Combined with the Combined with a price drop, yeah, that doesn't really matter. Or maybe bringing the game to a subscription service like PS Plus or Xbox Game Pass, and perhaps Suicide Squad can get a second wind. No, it would still be successful right now. People would still be playing with it right now if it was a good game to begin with. Adding all this other new crap is not going to make it any better.
Make it make sense.
Time will tell if the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is able to bounce back from its rocky start, or if it ends up suffering the same fate as the Avengers live service game. Yeah, it's not going to do any better. And unless you change it somehow where the Justice League comes back from the dead and they're all good guys now and they beat the living crap out of the Suicide Squad, which wouldn't be hard because, you know, they're the Suicide Squad. Unless you do something like that, it's not going to turn out great. You know, nobody's going to really enjoy it except some weirdos out there. Give me your thoughts down in the comments down below, what you think about all this, and make sure that you like this, and it really helps share out this video. Make sure you subscribe because it's free to do. You can just click on that button. Really easy, free to do. And I will catch all y'all next time.